Good evening, fellows, and welcome back again into the meeting room. I hope you all doing well. This is basically a weekly market outlook for upcoming week. I hope you all doing well, enjoying your Sunday, and getting ready for next week. Last week was pretty good, and we have seen some nice movements, and I hope we're gonna see incoming week as well. All right. So let's start from the dollar index. Hasn't changed anything from last week. We are still in this bigger structure. Okay, bigger structure. So we are looking for that trade. Either we're gonna see that bigger wave, or we're gonna see continuation formation and the next wave to the downside. Yeah. Right. So for further selling for longer term, at least we need a big continuation formation before taking a big trade. So currently we are at the reversal point. As you fellas know that we are tracking this bottom since very long. We are looking for reversal from this bottom. All right. So let's look at the lower time frame. What we have seen on lower time frame, we have seen impulse last time. Yeah, last time we have seen impulse, we have seen flag, that flag broken out, we have seen triangle, that triangle broken out and turned into another formation. Yeah, this triangle formation. We have seen that triangle formation that turned into another flat channel. So but at the end we are still at the bottom. All right, we are still at the bottom. What we have over there, we have nice impulse over there. Yeah, a reason to look for upside. So where is the invalidation point? This is the invalidation point. Okay, above that impulse we are buying. All right, if we're gonna close below this impulse, we need another impulse for look for reversal for upside. Okay, for longer term reversal for upside. So currently what we are having, basically we are having change in pattern formation. Yeah, what we have seen over, which pattern we have seen over there, we have seen this. Last time, if you fellows remember that in last meeting we were looking for this trade. Yeah, this trade did not continue, formed another formation and started to change that pattern. This is a basically bigger continuation formation, okay, or bigger time frame, like 4-hour time frame. All right, so what we need to look for, we need to look for this area, that area. If price hold that area, we are still buying up to that trend line. Once price gonna hit that trend line, we're gonna analyze how price is hitting that trend line. All right, either we are going to have another move to the downside or going to continue. Okay, so where you need to pay attention for next week, put your fib lines. All right, and watch this area, retracement area. Okay, 786 or 886. Watch these areas. Okay, if price hold that this trend line, all right, that is your trade. Okay, so dollar index, we are still looking for upside. We are at the bottom looking for upside. So euro USD is quite similar like that. Last week we have seen couple of pattern formation. Those couple of pattern formation changed themselves. All right, so let me get back to the previous chart so that you fellows can understand what we are looking for in future, where we are going. Okay, so we are at the weekly top. This is basically weekly top. Euro was pushing to the upside from bottom since very long. What we have seen that impulse, all right, which we were looking for since very long. We got that impulse. We have seen that flag broken down. We were having another formation broken. That formation did not break to the downside. Yeah, changed into that formation. So currently we are having bigger formation at this area, bigger trend continuation formation. All right, so break above that top, gonna invalidate the impulse. All right, so we need another impulse by downside. So far price is under that impulse. We are bearish on euro USD. Okay, so this is the flag we have seen over there on DXY and euro USD. Okay, that was the breakout. We have seen this pattern formation, yeah, at the bottom. That pattern formation did not continue like this pattern, yeah. we have seen change in pattern formation at this area. This bigger, these lower degree formation, pattern formation changed into a bigger pattern formation. Okay, now let me show you where we need to pay attention for next week. If price gonna hold that place, we are short. Okay, so a couple of my traders are already taken off on break even on this trade. Yeah, I also got break even trade. So we sold, some of our traders sold at this area, we sold that breakout, and we were looking for this breakout for continuation to the downside. We never got that breakout, we got break even trade. Okay, now we're gonna pay attention at this area. All right, at this area, this is very important area, very important point. If price break above like that, violate this top, okay, violate that top, this impulse, then we're gonna wait on this period for next impulse. Okay, for next impulse, next first impulse for reversal. Okay, if we break above that and hit that area, then we're gonna watch another impulse from that top. Okay, so no reason to sell once we're gonna see violation of this area. All right, so currently we have reason, we are in retracement area of the previous first impulse. Yeah, if this is the start of the fall on Euro USD, you're gonna see price will not violate that top, will remain under that top. Even it can test this top a couple of times, but it's gonna stay under that impulse. All right, so let me get back to you fellows, back to the USD CAD, so that you can understand what we were looking for at that time when USD CAD was hitting the top. Yeah, so that you can get the idea what we are having on this pair. We are having change in pattern formation on Euro USD. If this is the top, price will not violate the top, will not violate the impulse, and we're going to see the bigger wave. The bigger wave we are looking for on Euro USD since very long. Okay, so I have shown you this chart many times. Why? So that you can understand what we need to look for. Okay, so we have seen impulse, continuation formation, we were waiting. So we have seen that continuation formation once price formed the impulse over there. Okay, so we are in this phase on Euro USD. Okay, in this phase. So the previous time frame was lower time frame. So this is 240, like 1 hour. So price will not violate that top on Euro USD if that is the first impulse. Okay, so price never violated that top, will stay under that top. So that was the big wave, the way we have seen on USD CAD. So similar like that, that is the point, that is the area of interest which you need to pay attention, this area. Okay, watch this place. This is your first trade, short-term trade within that pattern. If price gonna hold that area, take off for small profit. If you don't want to take up, you want to hold that trade for longer term, let it go. Okay, watch that breakout. If breakout is not coming, going to reverse, you can buy for short term for that much money. Okay, and then can look for a gain for downside. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are forming top. If price violate that top, break above, we need another impulse from top before selling. Okay, before selling, we're gonna watch another impulse. So the bigger 4-hour time frame is like this. So first of all, we need to watch the price action up to this trend line, this channel. Okay, this channel. Once price gonna hit that, we'll decide either it is going to continue or going to get back for another up move like that. Okay, so we'll see that. Currently we are in this phase. USD chief, so we got the change pattern formation on USD chief as well. Yeah, so breakout wasn't aggressive. We have seen corrective breakout on USD chief, and we are having change in pattern formation. Okay, we were looking to buy this pair from the bottom, like similar like the others. So that was the breakout we were looking for. Okay, that flag. That flag broken out, but breakout breakout was corrective. You fellas can see that. Yeah, so breakout was corrective and price reversed. So that is what we were looking for. Okay, so that is what we were looking for. We were looking for price at this area. When price was there at this area, we were looking for that pattern formation. So currently we can see that this pattern formation is changing. Okay, changing over there. So still we are having first impulse. Okay, first impulse from the bottom. We are in second phase. Okay, second phase, or in second wave. We are forming second trend continuation pattern formation over there. So as long as price gonna stay above that area, yeah, we are buyer on USD CHF. Okay, so we were paying attention at that bottom. So currently we are looking for this pattern formation. All right, this area 50% or 61% of the previous impulse. Okay, that impulse. Watch this area for upside. That trade. Okay, for next week, that trade. If price do not hold that area and keep doing something like that, then this is the bottom where you need to pay attention. Okay, so dollar index bottom, USD CHF this bottom, euro USD that top. Okay, your euro USD impulse that top, USD CHF this bottom, dollar index that's that bottom for upside, downside and upside. Okay, so we are looking for dollar strength in coming week. All right, let me show you on the chart so that you fellas can understand. All right, put your retracement lines over there like that. This is the impulse. We are in second phase. That is the 50% or 61%. Watch these areas. Okay, so what we need an impulse over there, something like that at this area. Once that impulse appear over there, you can join. Watch that breakout or this previous high. That was the trade. That's gonna be the trade. Okay, if price keep rising, then you fellas know that what we are looking for on this pair. Okay, we are looking for this bigger trade. All right, that bigger trade. All right, fellows, so we are looking for upside. So couple of days ago we were anticipating wicks. This is the volatility index for S&P 500. When price was at the bottom, we were looking for upside on this pair. Yeah, and if you fellows remember that last week we were talking about the S&P 500 downsides. All right, S&P 500 downside. So we got that downside wave on the S&P 500. So means there is an opportunity on S&P 500. Okay, so we got that trade on volatility index. That trade, the trade we were looking for on volatility index. So there is another opportunity for this trade on S&P on VIX. Okay, maybe you fellows trade on that or not. Okay, but that trade means there is an opportunity on S&P 500 for upside. Okay, there is an opportunity on S&P 500 for upside. So you can look for sell on this wicks, or you can look for buy on S&P 500. So what is the opportunity on S&P 500? This is the opportunity we are looking for on S&P 500. We are looking for one more leg to the upside within that channel. Okay, we are having ascending channel. Price is forming that channel. You can see impulse, continuation, impulse, continuation, impulse. All right, so we are looking for another impulse like that. So we are looking for S&P 500 to hit 2500 before doing any bigger consolidation. Okay, so this is an opportunity on S&P 500. You can look for that opportunity. Okay, I'll show you how you fellows need to look at that. Okay, so we are having impulse. Last week, if you fellas remember that, we were talking about this flag to break down. All right, this flag impulse, we got that flag, slightly price violated that top and started to form another impulse. So we got that way, okay, to the downside. What we need to look for next week, we need to look for a nice price action before buying S&P 500. If we don't see any price action and prices just keep pushing to the downside, you fellows just can wait on that. Yeah, wait and watch how S&P 500 behave. If S&P 500 keep falling aggressively, then let it fall. There is an opportunity for upside. Yeah, every time when S&P 500 start to fall, traders look for buy opportunity. Okay, so this is forming a buy opportunity. Nice buy opportunity. So what you fellas need to look for, this is the trend line, channel trend line. Yeah, what it can do, it can hit that channel line and can start to rise aggressively, or it can rise without hitting that trend line. All right, so what you fellas need to look for, we are having continuation formation on lower time frame. This continuation formation. All right, so watch that continuation formation. If that continuation formation start to break like that, break aggressively, you can look for buy. Okay, we are having impulse, we are having continuation formation. Watch that breakout. Okay, aggressive breakout. If price start to form aggressive breakout, you can look for buy. Okay, buy up to the new high. All right, you can hold your long up to 2500. All right, so if you fellows remember, I don't think so you fellows remember, maybe because maybe I have spoken about that in the weekly market overview or not, but we have taken that trade in our group, that trade when S&P 500 was coming somewhere here within these areas. Yeah, so this is another opportunity. Many of you traders, many of you fellows trade on S&P 500. Okay, so they were asking for the S&P 500 trade setup. So currently we are having an opportunity on S&P 500 for upside. So this is the last time trade setup, the trade setup we were looking for in S&P 500 in our group. Okay, so we got that trade. So similar like that, this is another opportunity in S&P 500. If it keeps falling, yeah, I don't think so price gonna keep falling because Wix is not showing continuation. When we look at the Wix on daily time frame, it is not showing any big fear over there in the market. Yeah, we have very nice spinning top, so highly likely price gonna get back to the bottom again. So we are looking to buy again at this bottom for longer term. So our orders are already over there, so we're gonna buy at Wix as well. So watch that breakout. This is the trade setup you fellas need to look for. Get that trade setup. All right, like this is the last time we were looking over there. Get that trade setup to 2500. And UK 100 index, similar like that. Yeah, similar like that, like S&P 500. This area you need to pay attention at this bottom, or you can say 786 of your this impulse. Okay, this impulse. So that's going to be the trade. Okay, if we don't see any price action at this area and price forms continuation formation like that and then drop, then let it drop. Okay, let it drop. Let the 100 index, 100 index complete that move, then look for buy. Okay, then look for buy over that trend line or close to this previous lows. All right, so what we are having currently, we are having impulse, expanding triangle impulse, expanding triangle impulse, flag or ABC move. Okay, for another flag, we are looking for that trade. All right, so last time, if you fellows remember that last time we were looking for buy on UK 100 index when we have seen fall at this area, we have seen that fall. All right, that fall, and we have seen that nice impulse after that, and we bought that trade. We bought for that way for upside. Sure, I'm having that trade set up over there. Yeah, here we got that trade set up. All right, so we are forming, that was the the trade setup we have seen on FTSE 100 index. So watch that area. Currently you fellas can see that it is aggressive. Okay, it is slightly aggressive. If you're gonna get into the market straight away, once price gonna open, one market gonna open, if you're gonna straight away get into the market, what you're gonna do, you are trading against this sharp fall, okay, or sharp trend. What it can do, it can keep falling. And once you're gonna see that kind of scenario, you're gonna start to frustrate. Oh, it is not stopping at there. What's going on? You are losing money. Okay, so first of all, wait for the price to stop at this area. Once price gonna stop at this area, gonna give you some impulsive signs, the signs which I have shown you on this pair recently, then you need to be interested on this pair for upside. All right. So that is the trade. And on this pair as well. Okay, but I'm less interested to buy this pair. Okay, because there is lots of divergence on this pair, and I'm less interested to buy. By the way, you can look for a buy on this pair. Yeah, as with compared to the I'm less interested to buy this pair as with compared to the S&P 500 and UK 100 index. It can keep rising like that. Okay, if so, then you need to pay attention at this previous bottom. Okay, pay attention at this area. If price hold that, you can look for that trade. If price break down, let it do what it wants to do. Okay, let's wait for the impulse to test this impulse or 100% retracement or 786 or 886. Then we're gonna look for buy. Okay, so currently watch for price action at this area for the upside. Okay, we are buying at the top. Careful, we are buying at the top. So we are buying for short term. So Euro USD, Pound USD. Okay, so we are still looking for a big move or big wave to the downside. What we have seen on this pair, we have seen a reversal channel. All right, so we are still looking for that way. If you fellows remember the previous forecast, what we were looking for on this pair, we were looking for impulse, continuation impulse, another continuation. Okay, we got that another continuation and price broken down, but that wave did not go far away. Yeah, and started to form a channel. All right, like that channel. The channel which I have shown you last week in previous forecast. Yeah, we can see two kind of pattern over there, either continuation or reversal. All right, so we are having reversal, so we need to be careful for sell on this pattern. What it can do, it can break out like that. Okay, so for that, where we need to pay attention, all right, so this is the trade setup. The trade setup, we are looking for continuation to the downside. Yeah, that is the continuation pattern we were looking for over there. We got that continuation pattern formation. Price broken down, but never went far away. Okay, you can see we have seen that continuation broken down, but price never went far away and started to form a reversal channel at this area. Okay, that is what I have shown you last week. We may see two kind of scenario: impulse, continuation formation, and next impulse, or impulse and price start to form a reversal pattern formation. Okay, we call that descending channel or ascending channel. So this is descending channel. Okay, so this channel can break out something like that. All right, so what we need to do, we need to pay attention at the previous top. Okay, this is the pattern we are having over here, reversal formation. That is the place. Okay, that is the place where we need to pay attention. If price do not hold that area, okay, do not hold that area, then it can test that top again somewhere here, or it can test this top again. All right, it can test that top again. So we are looking to hold short for longer term on this pair. So for any other sell on this pair, first of all, price should stop at this area. Okay, once price gonna stop at this area, then you need to be interested to look for sell rather than selling without understanding the price action or pattern or price behavior. Okay, so I hope you understand What I'm looking for possible pattern formation at that top. All right, I'm looking for pattern formation at this area, this kind of pattern formation. Okay, we look for most of the time this kind of pattern formation when we see the reversal channel. Yeah, so we rely on the previous impulse. So if price hold that top, we are going to get down for longer term. If price do not hold that top and you want to buy for short term, then at least you need to look for buy somewhere here rather than buying at this here. This is not a buy place. Okay, this is not a valid buy place. What price can do, price can hold that channel and can keep falling. Okay, so before buying on this pair, at least you need a valid continuation formation at this area and then that trade. Okay, then that trade, valid continuation formation. So we are looking for continuation formation. So there is no trade setup at the moment until this pattern complete a pattern formation. Okay, once we're going to see that pattern formation, then we will be interested to look for another sell. All right, so the bigger structure which I have shown you is this. We have running within this channel, yeah, bigger channel, or you can say that ascending wedge. All right, this wedge. So last time we were looking for one more move down at this area and then up and then draw from that top. Okay, so we never got that move down at this area, but we got that trade and that we are into that wave at the moment. So what price can do, price can fall up to this area and can go back for another up move within that wedge. Okay, so we're gonna monitor that area once price gonna hit that wedge line. Either we're gonna see continuation formation at this area for downside for that bigger wave, or we're gonna see a reversal formation at this area. We're gonna monitor that wedge line. Okay, so this pattern formation is quite similar pattern formation, the pattern formation we have seen here at this area. Okay, so we are repeating that pattern formation on bigger degree. Okay, that bigger degree. Okay, so we'll see that this area. Currently what we are looking for big fall, this big fall. Okay, so we are in that impulsive wave and continuation formation mode. Okay, so the area I have shown you, pay attention at that area. If I hold that, look for short. USD CAD, so USD CAD, New Zealand dollar, and Australian dollar. So all three pairs gonna be interesting in next week. Alright, so what we are looking for on this pair, we are looking for one more move down. Okay, that one more move down. Why we are looking for that one more move down? Because the way price is just rising, you fellas can see that it is not a strong impulse for upside. Okay, it can fall back for another down move. All right, that big move. Okay, so how we can get into the market? We can get into the market on lower degree, lower time frame by looking at the continuation formation. We have seen nice price action at this area, at that area. Okay, nice impulse, nice price action at this area. So let me show you all three charts first so that you fellas can understand what we are looking for on this pair and other pairs. All right, so New Zealand dollar and Aussie dollar. Right, so here is New Zealand dollar. Those fellows who are following me on TradingView, they understand what we are looking for on these three pairs. Okay, if we're gonna see that wave, okay, so what we're gonna see another up move, or if we're not gonna see that up move, what we're gonna see continuation formation on this pair. Okay, so we may see that up move as well. All right, that up move as well. So all three pairs gonna follow each other. Okay, so why this is rising correctively, this is falling correctively, this is falling slightly aggressively. If we're not gonna see that move, we're gonna see that continuation formation, okay, for another move to the downside. So we'll analyze that, we'll watch that pair throughout the week. So let's look at the entry point where we can look for entries on this pair. Yeah, what we have seen nice price action last week just because of the inflation report. Yeah, inflation report was negative but slightly rising. So in longer term, inflation gonna get up and dollar may get strong. So we have seen that impulse breakout of that previous trend. What we need to look for? We need to look for continuation at this area or test of this top. Okay, some of my fellows are already into that trade from somewhere here. Okay, so those who are into that trade, you can move on break even. Alright, so you can move on break even and look for continuation formation and then that trade. Okay, this is the trade we're going to look for on USD CAD. We are looking for USD CAD to get down and others to get up. Although we are having some news event during the week, like OMS meeting minutes, yeah, but we're going to go according to the structure and according to the patterns rather than looking at the fundamentals. Okay, so in case if we don't see that wave the way we are looking for on USD CAD, what we can see, fellows, we can see continuation formation at this area, okay, for upside, right? Continuation formation for upside. So we will monitor that. So currently we have impulse, we need a continuation formation at this area and then that wave. Okay, so we are looking for continuation to the downside. If you fellows understand these previous trend continuation pattern formation. Okay, so next impulse, and we are looking for next impulse similar like that, at least up to this area. Okay, at least up to this area. We're gonna watch the double bottom at this area. What price gonna do at the double bottom? New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar was pretty good rather than the other USD CAD and USD CAD and Aussie dollar. This pair was pretty good than the others. So let me show you the previous one so that you can understand what we need to look for at current price, what kind of trade setup we are looking for. Okay, so last short-term trade setup was this breakout. Okay, so this pair doing pretty good, this trade setup. Last short trade setup, this breakout. Okay, that breakout, price broken down. We are repeating that pattern again. Okay, we are repeating that pattern again at this area. Okay, so similar like that trade we need to look for. Okay, at this area like that trade, this trade. If that trade gonna break down previous low, perfect. Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. You can stay into that trade. So remember, we can change. We can change pattern at this area. Change pattern formation at this area. I mean, this channel can change. Price can hold that bottom and can get back to the top again. So we're gonna monitor that. So far, what is the trade for next week? This is the trade setup. Okay, that trade setup at this area. We are having continuation formation at this area. That's gonna be trade setup. So the way we have seen the previous one. All right, that trade setup we need to look for. We are having this continuation formation, that trade setup. We're gonna go for that trade setup. In case we don't see any price action at this area under that trend line, and price will lay that trend line aggressively. Okay, so what we need to look for? We need to look for continuation formation before buying. Okay, at this area, what we are doing here, we are looking for continuation formation, selling, continuation formation, selling, continuation formation, selling, continuation formation, selling, continuation formation, selling. So similar like that, we need a continuation formation before buying. I hope you fellows understand what I mean. Okay, so this is the New Zealand dollar. That is the trade we're gonna look for this week. Yeah, those fellows who are following me on this pair since very long, they understand, they already understand what we are looking for. Okay, we are looking for big trade to the downside. big trade to the downside. Yes, yeah. So my chart looks like messy on this time frame because lots of trend lines over there. It's just because of the pattern formation which I have identified over there. Okay, so that bigger trade we are looking for. That bigger trade. All right. So we have seen nice price action at that top. We are in that way. Okay, we are in that way. So we're gonna watch that trade for short term. This trade. Okay, once price gonna complete that trade, we need a bigger continuation formation at this area. Okay, once we're gonna see that bigger continuation formation at this area, then we're gonna hold for another longer term trade with downside. The trades we have already taken from that top. Okay, the trade we have already taken from that top. We need a bigger continuation formation at this area. Right, so that bigger continuation formation, gonna complete that. I'm gonna confirm that we are going to continue for longer term to the downside. If you fellows remember this continuation formation. Okay, impulse, we have seen that continuation formation and price went down. Alright, similar like that, we need a bigger continuation. So we have nice impulse over there, we need a bigger continuation formation over there, and then we're gonna trade into the next bigger wave to the downside. So Australian dollar and US dollar, we have seen a couple of short trades within that on that pair in our group, and this trade, yeah, last week. If you fellows remember the last forecast, last weekly outlook, then you remember what we were looking for on this pair, yeah, on lower time frame. We were looking for this pair. We were looking for on this pair at this area. Yeah, that was the impulse. That was the continuation formation. We have seen a tracement over there and then continuation to the downside. Yeah, that short-term trade played well. We have seen that corrective up wave, and then we were looking for short in our room and in our group at that top. So we got those short-term trades. These two short-term trades. Yeah, that trade, and that trade. We were looking for that trade as well. What we're gonna look for now on this pair. Okay, so try to be diversified over there on these three pairs. All right, I mean, if you are looking to sell the New Zealand dollar, all right, don't try to sell the USD CAD at the same time if dollar is getting worse. Okay, you are just doubling your risk. I mean, and don't if you are looking to sell the New Zealand dollar, don't look for buy Aussie USD at the same time. You are just doubling your risk. So what we need to look for on this pair, we need to look for that trade. Okay, that trade may appear over there or may not. Okay, may appear over there or may not. What it can do, it can form like that and can drop, or even straight away can drop something like that. Okay, straight away can break down to the downside aggressively. So breaking down aggressively, impulsively to the downside is less likely. Okay, and more likely we're gonna see either continuation formation for downside or straight away that trade, okay, to the upside. Let me show you bigger formation, what bigger formation we are having on this pair, so that you can understand where we are. Okay, so we are looking for this pattern formation, so we are forming the top. Okay, so this is the bigger daily formation. We are looking for that trade, this big trade. All right, that big trade up to this area or up to that channel line. All right, so one more up move may form double top over there. If so, then you can look for short-term upside. Yeah, you can look for that upside, that trade, and then short from that top. Okay, short from that top after watching price action at that top. Either price gonna hold that top or not. So try to look for price action at as much low as this area. Okay, or watch breakout and continuation on lower time frame, and then take that trade. All right, so currently we are still in the descending wedge. The price can stay within that descending wedge for a while. USDN, we have seen change in pattern formation last time. on this pair, we are still looking for upside. All right, we are still looking for upside, that move. All right, so we have already completed that wave on New Zealand dollar and yen, Australian dollar and yen, and CAD yen. Okay, we have completed that wave on those three pairs, but we haven't completed that wave on this pair. All right, so this wave gonna appear over there from this area or hitting that trend line and then get up. Okay, so what we need to look for, we need to look for price action at the current area. What we are having violation of the previous impulse or previous pattern, but we are still in the reversal formation. Okay, so that trade, okay, that trade, in case price breakdown clearly like this channel, clearly, yeah, like that, with big candle like that. Okay, so then we're gonna wait for the price to hit this area for that bigger up wave, and we're gonna look for short-term trade to the downside at this area. Okay, that short-term trade. All right, so only then when price gonna violate this previous low. Okay, look for sell only then when price gonna violate the previous low. All right, so looking for sell before the violation of the previous low gonna be risky because it can turn up. All right, it can turn up. So let me show you which wave I'm talking about, the way we have completed. On others, and which we haven't completed on this. So currently we are having some uncertainty over there in the market because of the geopolitical situation. All right, so New Zealand dollar, Aussie dollar, and CAD yen. Okay, so this is the three pairs. All right, so we have seen that impulse on USD yen. All right, that impulse on USD yen. After that, we are in still continuation formation. We have seen that impulse, price completed that corrective move and then completed that up move. Okay, we have seen impulse, price completed that correction or continuation formation and completed the up move. CAD yen impulse, continuation formation and completed that move. Okay, so we have completed the wave we are looking for on USD yen. Okay, so these pair started to fall after that completion of that wave. Okay, so that wave may appear over there. Okay, so we are looking for that wave. All right, so where we need to pay attention on USD yen, look at the lower time frame. We were having nice impulse over there, but that nice impulse violated. Okay, we have violated that impulse. We were looking for buy. We got the break-even trades in our trading room at the on this pair. We were looking to buy at this area, and we haven't got the breakout. Let me show you. A couple of my traders are still looking for buy at the bottom without looking for impulse because they love to take a risk. And if you don't want to take a risk, then watch for confirmation. Yeah, once you're gonna see the confirmation, then look for buy. Okay, so we were looking for that move and then up. We were looking for buy at this area. We have seen nice price action at that area. Yeah, nice price action. Price breakout was trying to break out, but did not break out. Yeah, and started to reverse aggressively. All right, so we were looking for breakout at this area. We haven't got the breakout. Price reversed aggressively in this chart. Yeah, so then we were looking for further downside. Once we have seen the violation, we were looking for further downside and then up. So currently it is still in continuation formation to downside. Yeah, don't try to guess the market. I mean, don't try to guess that price gonna reverse on the candles you are looking for. Okay, so try to understand the price action, solid price action. Okay, that was the solid price action, but that price action did not continue violate that pattern. Okay, so we need to watch that kind of price action in this area again. Okay, if you remember the USD CAD, then you remember this pair as well, what we are looking for. Okay, USD CAD was forming a reversal formation. We have seen breakout and prices forming the bigger daily correction by downside. So similar like that, I think you fellas remember the USD CHF as well. Watch this impulse. If that impulse start to appear over there on this pair, you can join like that. Okay, and if you don't want to join that impulse, watch for continuation formation outside that reversal channel. Okay, that similar like that. Okay, but that did not turn to the upside. So we are looking for a continuation of the upside on USD yen. We're gonna get that trade very soon. So similar like the way we have seen the bigger wave from the top to the downside. So we are looking for trade setup within that channel, flat channel. All right, so we are still within this pattern formation. Okay, that trade completed. Now we are looking for that trade. All right, so we are testing these areas, and pound yen, I'm neutral on this pair currently. Yeah, I'm neutral on this pair because this pair is within the bigger structure, bigger pattern formation. So we only may see short-term trade setup over there. So I'm neutral for longer-term trade setup on this pair. So we were looking for that pattern formation. Yeah, we never got price action at this area. We got the continuation formation and further downside. All right, further downside. So last time where we were at this area. Okay, so we were at this area and we were looking for one more move down and then reversal. So we haven't got any price action at this. So we got the continuation and we are going to get down. So we are still in continuation formation. Okay, so the trade setup you can look for that trade setup. Okay, that short-term trade setup somewhere here at this area. Okay, 618, the retracement of your previous impulse. Okay, that trade setup. If price keep falling, you can hold that. Okay, you can hold that trade for further downside up to the previous lows. In case if we don't see any price action at this area and price start to rise aggressively, okay, then you can look for nice trade setup to the upside. Okay, then that trade setup is gonna be for some nice profit. Right, it can test that top again. All right, so what we need to look for once price start to rise aggressively, continuation formation. Okay, that is what you are doing, continuation formation, and you need another continuation formation for upside. Okay, for that trade. So short-term trade setup is possible on pound yen and euro yen. All right, so some of my traders are already holding their short from that top. We are having nice potential on this pair, bigger wave which is due on this pair. Okay, that wave, right? This wave. Okay, we are setting up the top for that bigger wave to the downside. All right, so where we need to pay attention, we need a continuation formation. So we have broken down the channel I have shown you last meeting. Yeah, we have broken down that channel, nicely broken down that channel. All right, if you remember this flag, okay, we were looking for breakout or another up move. Okay, that up move. So we haven't got that move, we got this impulsive wave. So some of my traders are already into this trade from this area, from that top. So perfect. What we need to look for, we need to look for continuation formation at this area, which is just developing over there. Okay, which is just developing over there, which is not ready at the moment at this area. Okay, this continuation formation is not ready. Once we're gonna see that bigger continuation formation, we're gonna go for that bigger trade to the downside. Yeah, we're gonna add more at this area. We're gonna look for sell at this area. So in case if we don't see bigger continuation formation, those who are holding their short, move on break even at this area. Okay, move on break even. In case we don't see, then price can go for another up move within that pattern formation. All right, it can go for, come on, it can go for another up move, all right, within that pattern formation. So that short-term upside going to be possible over there if we're going to see, if we're not going to see that continuation formation. So we'll see that currently I'm not interested to look for buy for that up move, which that is possible. Okay, not interested to buy, more interested to go into that direction. Okay, it can push to the upside for short term, for small moves like that. When we were looking for short at this area, some people were getting crazy over there. Yeah, why you are looking to buy at that top? Why you are not looking for reversal? Trend continuation pattern. So TCP means trend continuation pattern. All right, so trend continuation pattern is like flag, triangle, extend triangle, flat channel. So these are trend continuation patterns. Yeah, so these patterns continue the previous trend. Okay, or you can say that retracements or pullbacks. Okay, but those pullbacks forms patterns. Okay, you need to understand those patterns for next wave or next impulse. Okay, so we are at the top, that wave may appear over there. Okay, but potential to the downside, that small potential may appear over there. So we are less interested into that much potential. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame, what we may see on 1 hour time frame. Okay, so we have spoken about that wave, that short-term wave in our group, if my traders remember that. Yeah, so we were falling correctively, that up move was possible. What you need to look for, fellows, this area. Okay, or what you can do, you can put your retracement. All right, retracement, watch these areas. Okay, watch these areas. So within this area you're going to see the continuation formation, perfect, the bigger continuation formation is appearing over there. We are having bigger wave to the downside. All right, so if you can look for buy, it's up to you if you can look for buy for that up wave. Okay, but maybe we're going to see that or may not. Okay, but where we are interested, we are more interested to sell this pair rather than for that short-term up move. Okay, because the potential is to the downside. All right, so let this wave complete itself, this continuation pattern complete itself at this area, then look for breakout to the downside. What you can do, you can trade within this continuation pattern for short term. Okay, the way we have done here at this area, if you fellows remember and following me on trading view, then you understand this pattern formation. Okay, when this pattern formation was appearing over there, so short-term trade setup was there within that pattern. Okay, so similar like that, short-term trade setup may appear over there at current price. You can look for those. Euro Chief is just developing the bigger continuation form. That is what we are looking for on Euro Yen. Okay, that is what we are looking for on Euro Yen. Although this pair has already begun that wave. Okay, that wave begun, but Euro Yen is not. Euro Yen is at the top, so we are looking for this formation on Euro Yen. Okay, for that wave, that bigger wave to the downside. All right, so pattern formation is quite similar, like the Euro Yen. This pair is forming quite similar pattern formation. Whatever you like, if you understand the pattern, you understand the stop placement. If you don't understand the pattern, then you don't understand where to put the stop placement. All right, so I try to understand the pattern. So you automatically gonna understand the stop placement, and you're gonna understand the target. Where is the target? All right, so the critical thing is to understand the pattern, not the stop placement and entries. Entries are really easy if you understand. That is the place where we sold, if you remember the previous forecast. Okay, how do we know that price is gonna reverse from that area? Because I understand this pattern. If you understand this pattern, you understand your entry, you understand your stop placement. Okay, you understand your next trade. All right, so watch this area. Okay, this area. Okay, that is the pattern formation we are looking for on pound USD. We are having similar formation here as well. Okay, reversal formation. That short-term uptrend may appear over there. Okay, so you need to pay attention at this area and watch for this bigger formation, and then we're gonna look for that bigger trade to the downside. Okay, so short-term uptrade, short-term this uptrade is possible. Okay, breakdown of this flag and then up. Okay, even you can look for that short-term trade on 15-minute time frame, but that is slightly risky because within the continuation in the bigger spectrum and slightly risky. Yeah, you can even look for that breakout to the downside or before the breakout, that short-term trade. So slightly risky. You can look for that. So then up move and then bigger formation and then drop. Continuation formation. All right. So what we were looking for, trend continuation pattern formation at this area, but price is forming a reversal formation. Okay, what it can do, it can get back or can keep falling like that. All right, so if you're looking for buy, you need to understand. Okay, you need to understand the price action on lower time frame before buying. So careful. New Zealand yen. Yes, most likely bearish channels break up, or bearish channel which forms at the bottom. So this is the bigger formation, the formation we have seen on this area. So we are heading to the downside. All right, heading to the downside. So we are in strong trend to the downside. What we need to look for, we have already taken that trade in our room on that breakout when this pattern was forming. So what you need to look for, this is your trade. Okay, this is your trade for next week. Watch this pattern to complete itself at this area, somewhere here close to the trend line, or you can look for a strong breaker like that. Okay, so that is your trade. If this pair keep falling, you can hold that trade for further downside. All right, if that pair gonna stop somewhere here, you can take up your profit and you can look for that trade. So far, I think we're gonna see this wave next week. Yeah, this week, no more than that. So we'll see this pair next week once that we're going to complete it. Okay, so this is the trade setup. In case if this pattern is going to change, then you need to look for continuation formation at this area. Okay, for the uptrade. All right, in case we see change in pattern formation, so you need to look for continuation formation at this area for the upwave. Okay, CAD yen is also quite similar like that. Okay, so the bigger structure is quite similar on all these three pairs. The bigger pattern formation and structure is quite similar. All right, so what we are doing, we are heading to the downside. Okay, so similar formation we have seen on New Zealand dollar. We are heading down. All right, so what we need to look for, we need to look for continuation formation, which is just developing over there. Okay, watch price action on 1 hour time frame. So that is the trade. In case if we don't get that trade, price do not start to fall and start to rise aggressively like that. Okay, then we need a continuation formation, and that trade gonna be over there. Okay, so I'm still looking for that trade on this pair because the way this pair is falling is corrective. Yeah, corrective. So that wave may appear over there. So be careful on this pair for that short-term trade setup to the downside. Okay, so you need to understand the price action. You need to understand the price behavior before getting into the market. Watch this area. This area, that is the trade. Okay, while that plays turn on. Ocean is also quite similar like that. All right. All right, so quite similar like that. So daily time frame, we are having bearish trend. Alright, so let me show you this bearish trend. Last time we were looking for this channel to break up, but at this area price start to fall aggressively. So we have taken that trade in our room. So we need another continuation formation for that trade. Okay, that continuation formation is just forming over there. Watch this area trend line. That is your trade. Okay, similar like the others. In case we're gonna see aggressive move up, then we need a continuation formation for that trade. CAD chief broken down to the downside. We need a continuation formation. All right, so we need a continuation formation. So this is the structure and pattern formation I'm looking for. Okay, we need a bigger continuation formation before selling this pair, that trade. Okay, so before selling, wait for this formation to complete its sell. Okay, if you're gonna sell without completion of that pair or completion of that formation, it can rise back. Okay, we were looking for that wave, we never got that wave. So continuation formation is there, developing. Watch that. Euro CAD, we are still bearish. Okay, we are still bearish. We have seen change in pattern formation. That is the trade. Watch that top. Okay, we are forming wedge. That trade we need to look for. Pound chief. Pound chief are doing pretty well. Similar like New Zealand dollar. And we were looking for that wave. We have seen continuation formations over there. Nice trend continuation formation over there. So this is the update. Okay, similar like the other pairs. Watch this area. Okay, that is the trade for short term. So where we are selling at the bottom. So we need to be careful. Okay, we need to be careful. We may not get that trade and price can reverse aggressively to the upside. Why? Because price has moved already a lot. If you're gonna try to push this further downside, you need to understand the risk. Okay, you need to understand the risk. What we are doing here, we are repeating this price behavior. If you fellows remember that when this impulse appeared over there, and I told you we may see this formation. Okay, impulse, continuation, impulse, continuations, and impulses. Yeah, next waves. So that is the trade we need to look for, and then we're gonna look for bottom to reverse at this area, similar like that kind of price action. Okay, so for the next week, this is the trade we need to look for. In case if price do not give us this trade, okay, this last move, this last wave, we don't see over there. Okay, and price start to rise aggressively. All right, price start to rise aggressively. No need to do anything, just repeat the steps, the step you are doing in these areas. Okay, watch continuation, another trade. All right, watch continuation, another trade. Okay, so this is the first continuation. This is the second continuation. We were looking for sell at this area. All right, so we got the bigger continuation. This continuation did not continue. This continuation formation, yeah, we got the bigger continuation. We got that wave. So these are the steps you need to repeat every time when you are looking for change in formation or change in trend. Okay. So the bigger formation, we'll see that bigger formation once price gonna hit the bottom, either going to continue for the downside or going to reverse again back within that channel from the bottom. Okay, at this area, or going to break down. So this is the short-term trade so far. Euro pound, less interested on the euro pound at the moment. Why? It is rising correctively to the upside. At some point, we're gonna see breakout. Okay, this breakout. If so, then we will be interested to sell. It is rising correctively. Let it do what it wants to do. Okay. For buy, there should be a valid continuation formation. Yeah. So highly likely we're going to see breakdown, aggressive breakdown very soon. We have seen that, but price did not continue. Yeah. Soon we're going to see that breakdowns. Aggressive breakdown. So basically price is just going to the original idea, I have posted over there. Yeah, price is going to the top. testing that top, right? Testing that top. Watch price action from that top, right? Similar like the previous one. So we were looking for continuation formation on this side. Yeah, we haven't seen that continuation formation. Price just keep rising aggressively. We were looking for continuation formation on that breakout, but price never formed that continuation formation and started to rise aggressively. Yeah, but the very next candle started to rise aggressively. So what we need to look for on euro pound, we need to look for that top. If we're gonna see some price action, then we're gonna look for that trade. So this trade still possible over there. Okay, still possible over there. So we're gonna watch the top. All right. So last time we were looking for this pattern formation over there. So we have seen breakout and price never stopped and keep falling. If you fellows remember the previous week, yeah, that was the pattern. Okay, that is the place where were price at that time. All right, price started to fall, continuation falling. All right, so if you are holding your short from that area or this area, stay into that trade. Look for further continuation formation. Couple of my traders already into that trade from this area. So watch continuation formation, something like this area, something like that, right, at this area, before getting into this pair again. Okay, for that trade. That trade may appear over there, but without valid formation, don't look for sell. So those who are already into that trade, stay into that trade. Okay, for new trade setup, at least there should be a continuation formation. If you fellows remember, last time we were looking for this more move down and then up. We never got that one, but we got this one. And then we were looking for a down move from the top. So Euro New Zealand dollar is not ready at the moment. This pair, we were looking for that pair to fall. Okay, so this trade still there. This trade still there. Okay, hasn't changed anything. We are just broken out that corrective pattern to the upside correctively. So watch that top. We are still looking for that wave. We may see that wave. So once price gonna complete that wave, then we'll decide either we are going for further downside or going for continuation to the upside. Okay, watch that top. What you can do for exact entries, you can look for your retracement areas. All right, watch these retracement areas for interest, or what you can do if you don't want to get into the market based on the retracement areas, then watch this breakout. Okay, this breakout, watch that breakout. If that breakout came over there, then watch this and hold that trade for further downside. Was it cheap? This pair needs more time. This pair has changed the pattern formation. The pattern formation we were looking for one more up move in our trading room. This up move. Okay, we haven't got that up move. We got aggressive short breakdown. Okay, so currently we are looking for continuation formation at this area. This pair formed continuation formation, broken down, but reversed back. Why reversed back? Because it is forming a bigger formation before getting down. All right, so if you fellows remember the ideas I have posted on TV at this area, okay, that area within that wave. So similar like that, okay, similar like that, we need a continuation formation at this area before that wave. Okay, this pair, many pairs on chief are developing the continuation formations. So broken down, developing the continuation formation because of the geopolitical uncertainty. All right, so pound Aussie dollar, I'm still looking for that more move down, okay, and then up. So the bigger structure, you will remember that the bigger structure. Okay, so any new sell over there, slightly gonna be risky, so you fellows need to understand before getting into the market, because it is forming bigger correction at this area. Okay, that move and then that move. All right, so where you need to look for trades set up for short term every time when price hit that trend line. Okay, every time when price hit that trend line, you need to look for that trade. Okay, that trade. In case if we're gonna see breakout aggressively this trend line, we're gonna look for upside. Okay, we're gonna look for upside. We're gonna watch for the continuation pattern formation for upside. If we're gonna see the bigger breakout, okay, this channel breakout to the upside. Currently, I don't think so. We're gonna get that move, this move. Okay, but possible. Once price is gonna break out that channel aggressively, then we're gonna look for upside. Okay, so currently I'm looking for that trade. So that area, the area you need to look for trade set up this area and watch breakout this previous move. If price is gonna hold that, take off your trade you are looking to sell at this area. Take off at this area. What it can do, it can get back another up move for that channel. Pound CAD quite similar like pound USD dollar. Okay, so one more move down is possible. This pattern, the pattern we have seen was a lower time frame, but that pattern is just turning into bigger. Alright, that short-term trade may appear over there, even it can come to the bottom again. So where you need to look for next week? Alright, so we have seen changing pattern formation. I think I posted chart on this pair. Okay, so that chart. So which place we are testing again and again? That place we are testing. All right, that area. All right, we are testing that area. You fellas can see that. Yeah. So every time when price tests that area, you need to look for short at that area. Okay, which area? The area I have shown you previously. This area. Okay, so we have seen that move, but did not hit that area. So turning into a bigger formation, bigger daily formation. Oh, 4-hour formation, I think. Yes, bigger 4-hour time frame, trend continuation pattern formation. So that is the place where we need to pay attention. This place. Okay, this is the previous one. This is the next one. This area, watch for that trade. If break down, hold that. Watch this previous low for the downside. Break above, we're gonna monitor that. How that break above gonna come, correctively or aggressively? If aggressively, of course, we're gonna look for reversal. Okay, so short term still there. Pound New Zealand dollar changed, but we are still in bigger daily continuation formation. Yeah, last time we were looking for continuation formation to hit the bottom, but price reversed aggressively. Okay, so that is the trade you need to look for. That is the break above. We're gonna monitor that. How break above gonna come over there. So still we are looking for that trade. Okay, that trade. If that trade appear over there, I hope you fellows remember the previous bigger formations, up to which level we need to look for that short. Okay, that is the bottom. First of all, at this area, if breakdown, that is the trade, and then reversal. This is the bigger continuation formation. All right, so within that channel, we are still within that flat channel. Using New Zealand dollar, watch that top. So we have seen changed in pattern formation on this pair, but this pair is still bearish. Okay, this pair is still bearish. So slightly, we are looking for aggression on Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar to fall. Yeah, so New Zealand dollar is not stopping at the moment. But that's why this pair is rising. So we are still looking for that trade. Okay, we have avoided that previous impulse. Right, so we need another impulse at this area. We are still looking for that bigger wave to the downside. Alright, so where you need to pay attention, what we are doing here, we are forming this channel. Alright, so we are forming that channel. All right, so it looks like we're going to see another up move like that, because this is the continuation formation. So if so, then that is the place where you need to look for upside. This is the place, rather than buying here. Okay, that is the place for short-term upside. And once price is going to hit that channel line, then look for bigger wave to the bigger, stronger move to the downside from that top. Okay, that move, that stronger move may appear over there. We have seen change in pattern formation at this area. This force still there. Okay, it can push to the bottom again. This pair. UQL gonna be trusting next week, because the previous impulse voided, and the next one is just appearing over there. So that means we are still in this. We may see that move. We still may see that move. Okay, like that wave. That is the trace that we are looking for. If we're gonna see that move on this pair, careful on USD CAD. Okay, careful for selling on USD CAD. Monitor these two pairs at the same time for better understanding. Okay, so if if this is not going to break, I hope you all fellows remember the last one, the last update on oil, what we were looking for last time. Let me show you, then I'll explain the current. All right, so that was the last update. We were looking for breakout. What breakout? This breakout. Okay, we were looking for that breakout to break down. We never got that breakout. Okay, price managed to get up. You can see that price was holding that bottom and reversed aggressively to the upside. And what we were looking for top. When price was holding this bottom, we were looking for that top, this area. Price validated that impulse and then started to follow aggressively. Some of my traders managed to get into that area. If you understand the patterns, you understand where you need to get in. Okay, so try to understand the pattern. Now what we may see on oil, we may see the breakdown. If not, okay, the way we haven't seen breakout at these areas. If not, then we're gonna look for sell from that top. We can look for buy for short-term upside up to that area. Yeah, but for that, pay attention at this area on lower time frame before buying. Okay, and then short from that top. Okay, so every time when price is hitting the top, watch price action and then look for short. All right, so pay attention at this area. This is the place where you need to pay attention for that trade, in case we don't see the breakout for short-term upside, and then sell from that top. What we are doing over there in the oil, we are forming the ascending channel. Yeah, that basically that channel is a reversal formation. Okay, so this formation is a reversal formation. So that pattern is changed, the impulse and continuation. So every time price is hitting the top, look for short. New Zealand dollar broken down. All right, so New Zealand dollar broken down, watch for upside. Watch price action at this area before buying, because it is in continuation formation, it can further push to the downside. Understand the USD CAD and oil before buying on this pair, what those pairs are doing. Okay, so broken down. Last time we were looking for breakout. Broken down this area, pay attention at the previous low. Watch price action at this area for the up move. Euro chief need a bigger continuation formation before selling. Okay, so need a continuation formation, bigger continuation formation. So what we are doing, we are testing the 786 of that bigger impulse. All right, so we are testing 786 of that bigger impulse, continuation formation, and that is the trade we are looking for. Okay, at least up to this area. So we have seen nice price action from top, and we are forming continuation formation, but this continuation formation is not ready at the moment. Fellows, don't get into the markets straight away after opening the market. Okay, we need a couple of more candles at this area. If so, then we need to be interested to sell. All right, like that. Impulse, continuation formation, and then next wave. So what it can do, it can violate the impulse because it is rising aggressively. So careful for selling at this area, on selling on this pair at this area. Okay, careful. The bigger trade, that is the bigger trade. Okay, that is the bigger trade. So this continuation formation is developing. That's why I was saying that CAD chip is developing the continuation formation. USD chip is developing for the continuation formation. Chief yen is developing for the continuation formation for next moves. So we need some time. So USD CAD hasn't changed much. Similar like the previous week, still that way. Okay, still that way. We are looking for still that way. Watch that top. Break above. We'll see how that break above is just going to come. Dollar, gold. We have seen violation of the previous pattern at this area. Right, violation of the previous pattern. So got the break-even trade on gold. What you fellows need to look for, watch for the top. So there was some geopolitical uncertainty. So because of that, people were taking their money off from the stocks and other assets and putting their money on the safe havens like gold, silver, and cheap pairs. Yeah, buying the cheap. So this area we need to look for. Okay, this area we need to look for. We still may see that big move like that. All right, like the previous one, like this previous one. Okay, we still may see. We still may see. So watch that top before selling. Watch that top. If you're gonna see price action, then you need to be interested. So buying based on this support and resistance is not a good idea. All right, why not a good idea? Because price sometimes hold support and resistance area and sometimes don't. But if you understand the price action on, if you are using support and resistance strategy and you understand the price action, your support and resistance strategy also gonna work. Yeah, if you understand the price action. If you don't understand the price action, so support and resistance strategy also not gonna work. Okay, what is the price action? Just watch the price. If price is just holding your interesting area of reversal, showing some signs over there, you think that people are getting into the market, that's price action. Okay, so currently we don't see this. It looks like bullish. Okay, we don't see anyone is just selling over there. Bulls are coming over there still. Okay, so what is the price action? This is the price action you need to look for at this area. Something like that. Watch that price action, and that is the trade. Okay, bigger trade. We have seen at this area, we have seen continuation formation, broken down, we got the break-even trade, but reversed. So we were looking for price action at this area. We never bought for that much. Okay, we never bought for that much. We were interested to sell. So we are still looking for sell. We got the break-even trade. So watch this area. Okay, on gold. XAG, not a big trade setup on there on XAG. I mean, broken out the bigger the channel. Yeah, not a big trade setup on silver at the moment. We were looking for one more move down and then up. We got the nice impulse over there, but we haven't got the continuation formation in price reverse. So currently I'm less interested to take a trade setup on this pair for upside like that. Forming continuation formation. This pair is forming continuation formation, but that continuation formation can turn. Yeah, that formation can turn. And if you're gonna buy the breakout or before the breakout like that, you may end up with losing trade like that. Alright. So less interested to buy the silver at the moment. So what it can do, it can hold that channel and can drop. Alright, so these are the pairs. So Bitcoin, no one is just, I mean, nothing is stopping Bitcoin. Bitcoin is rising so aggressively, so sharply. So buying at the top is slightly risky at this area. Okay, at least you need to watch for this continuation formation before getting into the market. Okay, watch that continuation formation, then look for up to 5,000. Yeah, up to that area. It is rising so aggressively. If we want to see that continuation formation, it can easily hit that area, this area, these ranges. Easily can hit that area, these ranges. If we don't see that formation, and if we're going to see that impulsive move, then it will take some time to hit the 5,000. Okay, so try to understand how prices are retracing aggressively or correctively. All right, so buying at the top without understanding the pattern is slightly risky. So wait for the valid pullback and then get in the market. Then join the next impulse. Yeah, that's it, fellows. I think enough for today. All right, so any question, fellows? Yes, you can join us for training. You can join us for a group, and you can join for one-on-one. You can contact with me. Yeah. My players, James. All right, fellows. So thank you very much for being with me. Enjoy your Sunday and have a great week, profitable week, and we'll see you back into the weekly market outlook next week. Thank you. Bye bye.